Welcome into episode 23 of The Roast of Us. This one's going to be an interesting one. We've got some cool stuff coming for you because we have some new bits. One is Unqualified Opinions, where we give you our unqualified opinions.
Y'all asked for them.
You did ask.
Y'all asked these questions.
And then we have the X-Files.
EX.
Which is relationship horror stories. So a
love
lot
to hear
coming. First, we have our Patreon subscribers.
We need to shout out immediately.
Let's get to it.
We have like 5 or 6 new subscribers this week.
Yes, we
Shout
do.
out.
Hold on. Wait a sec.
Shout out. Oh my God, Cody, could you be prepared for once?
Well, Leslie, you could have done anything, but you didn't. So, all right, here we go. This week's new subscribers are Olivia Tumeyer,
Slay.
Devin Clark,
Period.
Ellie from maybe England.
That's the one because it
is
has
that the
pounds. That's the pound sign.
Is England the only? Thanks, Ellie. Don't know where you're from. Comment on here. Tell us where you're at.
Period.
This one I think says
Let me see.
Ariana.
Cody can't read.
It's Ariana, but it's got air and then Yana.
That says Ariana.
Is it Ari?
That says Ariana. Okay.
And Trevor Alcaraz. There we go. Thank you.
Thank y'all. Y'all are so awesome. We're up to like, how many?
A lot.
14.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
No, honestly, thank you guys though.
No, it really does mean a lot.
Keep this thing going, and we'll remember you because at some point, if we get like really big, we just won't be able to do this anymore. But you'll be like, nah, they were shouting me out. I was one of the OGs. You know what I mean? Well, big week for us, and by that I mean we watched football, and
all day Sunday.
That was incredible. That was the highlight of our week.
It was actually the worst time of my life.
You know,
because what the fuck do you mean the Eagles are playing the Chiefs again in the Super Bowl?
It was really horrible.
What do you mean the Eagles scored 50 fucking points?
55.
55 points in the NFC Championship game. Those are college football championship game numbers. Those are peak
for a team.
Nick Saban, Alabama, wiping the floor with some shitty team numbers.
For a team that's known for the defense this year. Number one defense, not known for their explosive offense, like a ground game, run the ball. But it does help when Saquon Barkley gets 2 carries.
God, I know, and it makes me so fucking sick.
For 2 touchdowns in like 64 yards.
It makes me so sick. But honestly, you know what? As much as I know, and that's the problem. As much as I hate the Eagles, I am really, really glad that he is getting his flowers.
No, screw that.
Because he deserves.
I want his flowers in like an AFC team. Put him on the Bills, man. Help Josh Allen.
Oh my God, somebody!
I like Josh Allen. I am so tired.
I teared up a little bit
of Patrick Mahomes' goofy ass. He doesn't even look athletic. I know that seems, but I watched him do that run, and like, yes, he trucked somebody into the end zone, but like, he looked like he was like waddling up, and like, how are you doing this?
My favorite.
How?
My favorite was watching him try to spike the ball.
Oh yeah, can't even.
Did y'all see him?
You throw the ball for a living.
He couldn't spike the ball in the end zone.
Just chunked it straight at a cameraman.
It was really quite something.
It was a rough one to watch.
I'm excited about the Super Bowl, though, regardless.
In defense of the Chiefs scandal, because, like, there's something going on with the refs, but they're blowing it up. But Josh Allen, 3 minutes left, and this is the difference. You give Patrick Mahomes the ball with 3 minutes left to go ahead, score to win, or at least a field goal to tie.
That's the facts.
He's gonna make it happen, and it's not.
You're gonna
just
make him mad.
It's not just him. Kincaid got it. You know, I think. Yeah. You know, I don't know who Worthy or whoever would have been there for the Chiefs probably catches that ball.
I agree.
Things like that.
They show up in the big plays when they matter.
And that's what makes the Chiefs so damn good.
I saw
three-peat.
I'm going to be honest. I know that people are up in arms about some questionable play calling, as they always are with the Chiefs, and you have to beat the refs and the Chiefs. It's not just... I'm going to be honest, guys. And y'all... Oh my God, you're so unprofessional.
God. It's Lacy, though.
Is she calling us back?
Let's answer it.
Let's answer it.
Hey, Lacy.
You're live on air.
You're live on the air.
Oh, no.
Yeah. You know we're up here, too. Because your husband's the one running the cameras.
Okay, I was on YouTube, and you misspelled vile.
I didn't misspell vile.
Well, whoever.
Personal assistant Riley did. Learn to spell. We're putting you through college for this? Oh, wait, that was you. Wait, it was Anthony? Who did it? You? Somebody needs to learn to spell. How are you gonna point at me?
I mean, that is how you spell a vial, but that is not that is not the descriptor vial.
Just for a reference,
VILE.
Lacy was
Did you spell it
English teacher.
VIAL?
You know, so wait, how did you spell it? You spelt it wrong. You know what I mean?
It's VIAL.
Give her some slack. She hasn't
That's like a
graduated
vial
college
of-
yet. You know what I mean? She's still basically uneducated. She's a freshman in college.
Basically,
You
uneducated
know.
is brutal.
So are we.
I didn't even get through the first semester. All right, Lacy, thank you for making an appearance. Hey, somebody commented they want you on here. So
They
looky
did.
that, looky there. Who
You're
was
welcome.
it? I don't know who you were, but there it is. There's your Lacy appearance. Maybe you'll get more of her.
Here we go.
All right,
Love you.
All right, bye guys.
bye. She doesn't love you back.
I know, that was actually so fucking mean. Lacey, when you watch this while your husband's editing this week, fuck you, honestly. So I take it back. My love means nothing to you, and now I'm mad. So there we go.
Back to what we were talking about.
Yeah, that got really
The
derailed
Super
there for a
Bowl.
second.
Who cares? It's fun. Like, that's
Oh.
what people want. They don't want something super professional. Why? Because we can't do that.
Because that is
And they know it.
inauthentic. No, what I was saying before was I did not see, and they're going to not like this, any outrageously blatant.
It's that first down that they say, like, was there. But, like, they
Okay,
called it
and
short on the
maybe-
field. I think I would have probably overturned
But
it.
you also had like 3 almost turnovers, like
Yeah, you
immediately
had
after
three-
that.
You
like,
had multiple push failures. Like, that was not the reason they lost.
No, it's
the
not.
refs were not. Because there was a lot of personal fouls called. Or not personal fouls. Pass interference calls
Yes.
on the Chiefs. And, like, there was...
it was an evenly
It was
called
an evenly
game.
called game, other than a few things that obviously stand out, but it's because everybody's looking at it.
Here's what I'm gonna say
But-
too that they're not gonna like. If it was your team that those calls were being made in favor of, nobody would say shit. If it was your team
Yeah,
that was
if-
having those calls, you're not
yeah, but
saying
that's what
shit.
you get when you're that good. You become the villains. You become the villains.
You either die the hero or
Yeah.
you live long
They
enough.
are for
to see you
sure
become
the
the
villains
villain.
of. They are in full Brady Belichick villain mode.
I love it for him.
Because I
actually.
hated Belichick just like everybody else did. I hated Brady just like everybody else did.
But you like to
We
see
felt
history.
one ball that was soft, and we were like, "F that guy, he's a cheater."
But you like to see history being made, and I agree. I think seeing history being made, because I don't give a fuck about either of these teams. I have no skin in this race. I don't care at
Yeah.
all. But to see the Chiefs get the three-peat that has never been done, and I don't know how long it will ever it'll happen again.
Super
You know what I
Bowl
mean?
59, I think, so the Super Bowl era.
Yeah.
But I mean, not just that. I mean, yes, but I also think seeing Josh Allen's first is going to be history too, because I think he'll go down as one of the all-time greats.
He
I
made
really
me
do think so.
so sad in his
So.
press conference before even the first
Dude,
question.
he was like, I was like, God dang, dude. You
he
know
looked so
cares,
sad.
man.
I hate those. I hate the fucking pictures of the Super Bowl.
He did it for pity sex from Haley. Let's be honest. 'Cause
That's
you
so
know.
outrageous. That's such an outrageous thing to say. That's such a
No,
crazy.
he cares. He cares.
That man cares so much.
But it couldn't be that bad.
You
It's
leave
like,
Josh Allen
it's
alone.
like, oh, damn, I lost. Now I have to go home, and Haley Seinfeld is going to...
Seinfeld?
Seinfeld.
Seinfeld.
Hey.
What's the deal with that? Fucking Jerry.
No, he's got an all right life. I don't feel that bad for the guy, but...
It makes me
No,
sad
do
when I
want him.
see like the
do want him.
confetti coming down of like the team that won, and you see the guy. That listen, I fucking hate the 49. I hate the 49ers, okay? And that picture of Brock Purdy sitting in the freaking Chiefs confetti last year rips my heart out. I'm too much of an empath for that. I will cry.
This is so funny because like we start this episode or like this conversation about football and Leslie like knows her shit, but also is like, I just don't want to see the little boys lose.
They're
These
little.
grown men.
They're young. They're
Grown
just
ass
like
men.
okay. It still makes me sad.
You're gonna cry.
I'm not
Leslie's getting emotional, dude.
cry.
No,
Oh
I mean
my
it was. I
God.
will say, it was a great week of football.
It was a good week of football.
I enjoyed it. We're ready for the Super Bowl. We were actually thinking about going to New Orleans again, like we did last year, to just go to Vegas,
to go to
be
Vegas.
in the city that Super Bowl's in, because it was such a fun experience. But I don't think we're going to. We've been traveling a lot, and we've got a few trips planned. So it's just one of those things I don't think we're gonna be able to squeeze in, because we were looking for like a hotel that doesn't exist right now.
That doesn't exist right now.
So you
and my
can get
sister
some
was down
crazy
there, and now
stuff,
she's
but-
not. We were gonna be able to stay with my sister in
Yeah.
Baton Rouge. Now we can't because she lives here now. So that's not an option for me.
So lost our. We could. I guess we could just stay in Baton Rouge and drive in.
I'm not.
We might
We-
keep an eye out. You know.
This isn't an announcement.
Or if the brand, wants us there.
We are shameless on this show, and we say it every fucking week, and I mean it every week.
Dude, the things I would do for a Super Bowl ticket. You know what I mean?
What wouldn't you do for a Super Bowl ticket? I'm talking we are on like the 50-yard line, lower bowl, like down towards the bottom. You're definitely getting on the Jumbotron, 100%.
I'm going to be honest with you. The list is short, okay? I want to go so bad.
Are you?
I want to go so bad. I mean, if it was the Cowboys, it would be like, give up all my children, but I would give up half. You know what I mean?
But we can both agree.
Today, I think that if it didn't hurt. Okay, here we go. I'm going to think about my answer, and I'm going to give it to you. Okay?
Okay.
All right. This is my answer. I think that as long as it did not affect my marriage.
Okay.
Or drastically scar my children.
Drastically.
There isn't much I wouldn't. I mean, I'm serious. Like, you want me to be the spokesperson for adult diapers? I'm there. Okay. Hemorrhoid cream. You know what I mean? Toe fungus. How to break your toe sucking fetish. Like, I mean, put my face on anything you want. As long
Are
as
you
you
showing
put
your
me
butthole on the
innocent.
internet?
Dude, I would do that. Dude, I'll do that for Super Bowl tickets for sure. Because here's the thing. It's like, I just don't care. Like, if my mom saw it, I'd be like, don't look at that. And also, why would you have done that? You know
Any
what I mean? Like,
rich
who cares?
weirdos
Like,
out there that want to see Cody's butthole?
Oh, yeah. Dude,
You
I
know
will.
the
I will.
price.
You guys ever seen Ricky Bobby? You know what I
Yes.
mean? When he tells Cal, he's like, he's in a coma, and he's like, hey, Ricky, I never told you this, but I did a spread for Playgirl. I spread my cheeks and everything. Dude, I'm in. All right? For Super Bowl tickets.
For teams you don't even like.
It's the Super Bowl. I don't think I'll ever get to. I don't think I'll be rich enough to get to go. You know what I mean? I don't think that's ever going to be in the cards for us, where I'm just going to spend, because those tickets are probably $50,000, $60,000, $70,000.
And then if the Cowboys ever get to go, which
Yeah, I mean,
after their most recent choices of
We're
coaching, doesn't
not-
look like
I
it's
don't
going to happen
think we're
ever.
ever going to be there. But yeah, it's pretty serious. I think I would. It would be crazy. The things I would do. You know
That's
what I mean?
foul.
Which, especially if I'm getting naked, I want to spend some more time in the gym. We've been getting back in the gym. Okay.
We have been getting back in
You
the
know
gym.
what I mean? And it's been pretty awesome.
Has it been awesome?
Yeah. No, that was me trying to pretend. Okay,
Has
my
it
body
been awesome?
hurts, and I don't have that much willingness to go. And if you weren't there, like, that's the one thing that, like, you're going to, and so, like, I can't kind of back out, which is good. But
Yeah.
man, this morning was rough.
I was revved up and ready to go this morning.
You were, and I just wasn't. You know what I mean?
Why though? You like going. You feel good once you're there. You're already
Well,
awake.
I think part of my problem is I let myself go a little too far this winter, and it discouraged me. You
That
know what I
makes
mean?
sense.
And I know I think that happens to other people too. I've heard people talk about that. Like you had gains, you did the right things, you saw some changes, and then they go away so much faster than they get there.
Which is frustrating.
And that was part of it. Was like, I just woke up this morning and I was like, what's the point? You know what I mean?
Oh.
No, I got up and still went. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but I just hate that you feel that way. That sucks.
Well, also, I think I was just sleepy too. I stayed up reading the second Wheel of Time book till like 2 a.m.
Not a TV show.
I think it is a TV show now. I've never seen a TV show. I think I don't know how long it's
Like
been
Amazon
on. I
or
know
something
it's
like that?
fairly new, but the reason I'm reading is Brandon Sanderson finished it, and
Oh, that's a book
he
series you were
talks
telling
very
me about.
highly about it. So I
Okay.
yeah, I'm kind of halfway through book 2.
How many
and
books
I
are
got
there?
hooked in there. I think there's 15.
Oh, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ almighty.
That's a big one.
You lost me. I'm not committed to anything that much. Maybe my marriage. I may be committed that much. But like 15 books in for you to get through the plot?
And it is crazy. People are like, yeah, there's a couple slow books.
What? What?
I hear the it's worth the payout though.
I
hear
don't
it
know
is,
that that's
so.
true. I can't deal with slow books. Not when the books are as thick as those ones are. They're like 1,000 pages.
Yeah, I think
I can't
they're
have a slow
like
book.
1,200 pages or something on average.
That's like when people tell you that, oh, you just gotta get through the first season. You tell me I want to get through 24 fucking episodes of something before it's worth a crap? That's
I
outrageous.
feel like we say this every week.
What do you mean?
I feel like we have the same conversation.
We have not had this
every
conversation.
podcast.
We did have this conversation
think-
the other day with somebody, but we did not have this conversation.
I thought it was on the podcast.
On the podcast.
No, it's not bad. No, I think that the reality is the gym is a fun place once you kind of get back in it. And I
Yeah.
think right now I get sore every day that I go, kind of thing. It's
I
just,
cooked myself.
when you start, it's so hard. And then like after a month, then I'm in every day.
Yeah.
Once I'm there like 4 days a week for a month, I feel like I'm locked in.
Well, at
I
that
can
point,
keep going. I'm in a rhythm. I feel
The
good
routine
about
is
it. The routine is
established.
established, and I feel better. Like that's the thing is like I know even after a week or two of working out, I start to feel better physically.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I
for sure.
consistently have more energy, and so I know I just got to grind through this first week. But
I'm still sore. I worked out legs Friday. It's Monday. My hamstrings are still fucking sore, and I do it to myself every single time. I do it to myself.
I have a thing I want to say. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
What?
I have a big problem with Leslie deciding that she needs to
fucking go.
work hard as shit day one on her legs every time we go back to the gym because my pillow princess status it's eliminated. It is eliminated. She can't walk. Oh, she can't do anything for 3-4 days. I'm out here having to put all the work in.
Oh.
She's like a dead fish on the bed.
That is not true. That is outrageous.
I've become accustomed to being on my back.
Your fucking back. We
Okay?
know.
Or you look. This is the thing. Everybody
No,
tries to pretend.
no.
Shh. Everybody's like, "Oh, Cody's a pillow princess." No, Leslie has
Stop.
a particular
No, Cody,
set of
stop.
skills, and also
Cody,
look what? Okay, fine.
Stop.
She likes to be in control. Let's just say that. She
Cody,
likes to handle too much information, probably, or not enough for some people. You little freaks, but.
I go.
No, okay. Let's have a conversation here because I don't think anybody wants to listen to the 14 seconds of us laughing.
That's stupid.
Happens like every week.
I know.
You
Stop
just go in a
being
mode where
so-
you can't breathe.
Stop being so funny.
I can't help it. It comes natural.
No, I was talking about being in the gym, and I just want to have a fat ass, and I don't know why that's so hard, but I go in and I do it every single time that we stop going to the gym for a little bit, and then we come back in, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna grind it out like I was when we were leaving. When I was going like 6 months, like 4 or 5 days a week consistently, and like, oh yeah, I'm gonna fucking pump this out. Wrong.
She wants instant gratification.
100%, and everything in my life.
She's like, I can go one day, my ass will be fatter.
We like the good booty pump. You know what I mean?
Same. I'm in. Okay.
No, but my hamstrings still sore.
Yeah. No.
I did the same thing today with back and bi. So tomorrow I will not be holding my arms up. New segment coming at you this week called Unqualified Opinions. We had people in our DMs today asking us questions, and here they are. How often do you guys actually have fun time? Or is it all just talk for TikTok? LOL.
Hell no, dude. Why do you think I'm always so happy? Okay, I don't know what the actual average for a couple is, but I guarantee we be doing it more.
We
Okay.
do more.
Like,
There's
some-
no fronting there.
some things I think I have a magic cock. Okay.
Whoa!
Why else
Could that possibly be the case?
could I be? Yeah. You know what I mean?
Question 2. How do you get your marriage to work getting married so young?
Refer to question 1.
No. No. I mean, actually,
Kinda.
no, like,
Like,
kind of. I do think that's a huge part of it, and I think that's something
keeping
in
that
marriage
spark.
that people like.
They let it go
They
to
let
the
it go,
wayside.
exactly.
Like, oh, that's if we have time, if we do that. But like, I say this all the time. In your marriage, if you ever stop dating or acting like you did when you were younger, that doesn't mean like obviously like you might have been, more sexually active when you're younger because like that's naturally a normal thing.
Yes.
But like you have to still have that same desire and be chasing your significant other or it's not going to work. So it's just been doing that for almost a dozen years now.
Almost a dozen years. That's so crazy. I agree. Keep dating. I think that's the
100%.
biggest part of it. All right. This is actually a question for me. This is question 3. How did you meet your husband? Have I told this story on the podcast before? I don't think I have. And if whatever,
I think
it's
you've
fine.
told it on TikTok, but I don't think
On
it's ever been on
TikTok.
the podcast.
How did I meet my husband? So, flashback to 2013. I am actually with my ex-boyfriend. We are not dating at this time. Do not worry, Cody was not home wrecking a situation. And even if he was, whatever, it's
Could
fine.
have and would have.
I'm with my ex-boyfriend. We had already been broken up for like 6 months or something like that. I don't remember even why I was with him that day. He was like trying to kind of weasel way back in.
He was trying to get back in.
Get back in. We'd been broken up for a hot minute. And I was with him and like running errands. And he said, hey, you know, I have rehearsals tonight. He was a theater major up at the college that Cody was also attending. And it was also a community theater in my hometown where I'm from. I was very familiar with the area, very familiar with people up there. He was like, hey, I'm going to rehearsal tonight. Would you like to come with me? I was like, yeah, that'd be great. I can see some of my friends, see the directors, yada, yada, yada. So I go up there. I walk in. And almost immediately, I lock eyes with you.
Give her some of these.
He did not. He did not. I lock eyes with him, and one of our mutual friends.
Mutually lock eyes.
Mutuals
Like,
lock.
we
Yeah, we
definitely, like,
mutually.
for sure.
We were vibing immediately, and one of
Sexual tension.
Yeah, it was heavy in there. It was to the point where, so one of our friends came up and introduced us, like to each other. Hey, Leslie, you know, Cody, Leslie. We shook hands and we kind of parted ways the rest of the night, and that was it. Turns out somebody from the show that was supposed to be in the show dropped out of the cast that, like, literally that night, and the director was like, hey, Leslie, do you mind filling in for this part for us for the next couple of weeks? Like, you can be in the show, whatever. And I was like, yeah, that sounds awesome. I'd love that. So I stuck around, started rehearsing, and the tension, I guess, between Cody and I was so bad. Again, we did not speak to each other, that one of my friends that I knew from high school that was a student there felt the need to get my phone number for Cody. Cody did not need help getting my phone number. Cody, at this point, had not asked him to get my phone number. He said, listen, just do us all a favor. Put your number on here. You're making us all fucking sick. And the rest is pretty much history. So,
Yeah.
there we go.
I seduced her in a pair of cowboy boots, basketball shorts, and a too small Hollister t-shirt. I remember that because to this day I was thinking, why would she have thought that was attractive? I'll never know.
I tell you, I walked in and I looked at you and I said, that is the most attractive person I've ever seen in my entire life. That's literally what
You wouldn't
I
know
thought.
it now. All right. Next question.
Question number 4. What are the best and hardest parts of your current parenting stage?
That's a hard question because we have a 19-year-old or an 18, almost 19-year-old, all the way down to a 5-year-old.
I think that kind of answers it though. Almost, I think that's
I
the
think
best.
you're right, yeah.
And I think that's simultaneously
Having to do all stages all at once.
is challenging.
Yeah.
But also having older ones, and my older ones are just not constantly babysitting my younger ones, but having olher ones to like help out is obviously
It is nice. Yes,
is super duper helpful.
Really good kids.
And happy to
So.
help and be involved. And every age poses its own challenges, obviously. But I am not hating one stage more than another. I don't think genuinely.
It's hating. I think the hardest thing may be having to try and keep up with all the schedules, like
That
be
is
at
the hard,
everything.
yes.
But it's also
Yes.
not a hate. Like we enjoy doing it.
I love it. I keep
you know
signing
what I
my kids
mean?
up for more shit.
Yeah, but that's I think the hardest. It's like that
Yeah.
Dropping this one off and you have 2 or 3 different events on the same day. How do you split your time and go to both? And, so I think that would probably be the hardest.
I agree. The best? I think is that I had this conversation with you today. We were talking about signing Aurora up for another activity, and she's already doing one. And I had told Cody, I said, this is the part of parenting and like life that I've been waiting for and dreaming of, is being able to not only like afford it, you know what I mean, which is a part of it, and we're very fortunate to be able to afford to put our kids in the classes and stuff they want, but to have the time, and that I have the time to be able to go and run around. It's been about me, and to be able to have like the kids' schedules kind of run my life a little bit.
I think that's
I'm
partly
it.
because we have the time when they're not at home. I think it was harder.
That's true.
And why I like it more now is now that all the kids are in school, we still have that time together. We still have that time to do what we need to do while they're at school. And then and after school, then we tackle it all, right? Let's go to do what we need to do, show up for the events.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably the best thing is just the fact that we don't have any at home anymore during the day.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. It's easier when we're also being able to prioritize our relationship as a whole. All right, question number 5. What helped you guys as young parents, and what was the reality like back then versus now?
So much harder.
So much harder back then?
Yes.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, dude, I was working really bad jobs, really long hours.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it was just always feeling like I was missing out. And now I don't miss anything. And that is like my constant goal is to not miss anything, so.
I think on my end, what was, hard was feeling so isolated in that. And not that you weren't a hands-on parent, and you always have been, as much as you possibly could be for the time you were there. But at the time I was having kids and getting married and doing all of these things, nobody in my life was. I was kind of the one, and not that people didn't love or care for me the way that they knew how, but not in the capacity I needed at that time.
We're also physically isolated.
Like,
we
from
were
all of our
not
family. We were
around
2 hours from your family.
Yeah.
We were 4 hours from mine. So even if people wanted to be there, and your mom, I'm going to give credit where credit is due. Your mom has always, always, always showed up for me and showed up for us and your parents. And I love my parents too. And this is not a shot at anybody, but your mom has always just taken the time to really be there whenever she can. And all of her kids are grown and they're raised and whatever else, but it doesn't take away from that fact. And I've always been very grateful to have her kind of be that for me, even when she was a little bit further away.
To answer the question, I think a little bit more specifically
Mm-hmm.
for what they asked.
Sorry.
I think my advice is to remember that they won't remember. Like if you're young and you're having kids,
Mm-hmm.
if you're struggling and you're doing all these things, like you ask our 9-year-old twins right now, anything about their young childhood, and they're like, it was great. It was great. We never had to worry about anything. We lost houses. Got cars repoed. I mean, things were hard. They don't remember any of it. They remember that their mom and dad loved them. And so I think that was the thing that has helped the most is to know that they don't remember. It's okay. Just do the best you can and it'll be okay.
They're going to remember the love and the
Yeah.
good times as long as you're doing everything, in your power to
They
make
don't
them feel
know
that way.
that they were poor or rich, had or didn't have. You know what I mean? Not until they're older. I mean, I can't say that, obviously as your kids get older,
Yeah.
but especially when you're young and you're trying to figure your life out,
Mm-hmm.
don't put too much pressure on yourself. Love them, keep them alive, keep them safe, and you'll be fine.
I agree. All right, question number 6. If you and Cody swapped bodies for the day, Freaky Friday style, what would y'all do?
Fuck. I mean,
In the opposite honestly,
right? I
honestly,
mean, come on.
Yeah, for sure. I would like to know.
Yeah.
I definitely
you
wanna
gotta
know.
can you imagine the time we split back?
Oh,
You know what I mean?
oh my god, it would be unmatched.
Yeah, because now you know the sensations,
oh my
right?
god,
but you didn't have the moves.
now
You
I
switch
have
back,
both.
you have the moves, and I guess that's how gay people feel.
Oh my god, you're so right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that till now.
Do you-
Damn.
Look at You're being
Anthony, I have
enlightened.
this thing we need to talk about.
Cody's being enlightened over here.
It just clicked in my head. Like, dang, dude, they know.
I'm
they
for
know
sure
the
swinging that thing
situation.
around like a little helicopter. For show, for show.
You didn't have to say little.
Oh,
You could have said a big ass long helicopter.
okay, Cody.
You know what I mean?
You're reading too far into that.
I think they're gonna read all the way into it without me. I think you did all the you wrote that one out, big script. Let me think here. Is there anything else that I think I would try to do if we swapped bodies for one day? I can't think of anything.
I can't think of anything. I think fucking is the number one priority.
We do
anyway.
everything together, so it feels a little bit like, well, yeah, we have a little like maybe everything looks bigger to me, but like.
Oh my god, I could reach everything off the top shelf of our house without asking for your help. We're getting a step stool?
I know what it is. Okay. I know.
What?
If we swap bodies for one day, I would just soak in the admiration you get when you walk down the street. Okay? We'd just go to Target and I would just eat up all the women who stop you and just be like, oh my God, you're so beautiful. I'm like, yes, I am, dude.
Oh
Let
my
me
gosh,
tell
I'd
you.
get to see what you think happens all the time. I'd get
Being
to see it.
ignored. That's what you would feel. You'd be like, not a single motherfucker has looked my way.
That's not true.
Yes, you would literally feel like a Secret Service member. Nobody remembered they were there, just the president.
Last question we're doing, and this one's very important. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Bro, what?
Is a hot dog a sandwich, yes or no?
No, okay?
No? What qualifies as a sandwich?
This is what I, like, you just know it when you see it. You know what I mean? Like, if you see a sandwich, you're like, that's a sandwich.
So is a burger
You know what I mean?
a sandwich?
Here's what I think. I think that it's one piece of bread, right? A hot dog is just one piece of bread, and it's not a sandwich. You know what I mean?
A meatball sub is a sandwich, and it's one piece of bread.
You
It's
just
split in
fucked
the
my
middle.
whole life up. Holy shit.
If a meatball sub is a sandwich, how is a hot dog not a sandwich?
Holy fuck.
I'm
sold. I think a hot dog's a sandwich. I didn't think about Subway style sandwiches.
Or a po' boy. Like it's cut in the middle. It's
No, see, just the Subway. That's what blew my mind. Those are sandwiches,
No,
and
but
they never cut through the bread.
Oh, you're right.
You know what I mean? Because like a hoagie and stuff, that's still two pieces of bread.
Not on
Subway
a
style,
po'
they just
boy.
leave a little bit and fold it
A
open.
lobster roll. That's just split down
I've
the middle.
never eaten that.
Okay, I have, and it's delish. But I agree. I think a hot dog is a sandwich, and that's the hill I'm dying on.
I don't know. You guys comment what you think. I don't know. I'm kind of in the middle. You could sell me either way.
It's a sandwich.
All right. All right, guys. Now for another segment that we have named The X-Files. Okay. This is when we talk about the horror stories you guys have sent us. Okay. We're just going to read a few. Some are short, some are a little longer. Let's get into them. So, the first one, which is crazy, is I had an ex fake her death. I even went to her funeral and everything.
How the fuck what do you mean you go, like her friends and family are there? I have so many, is that all of it?
That's
Did
it,
I cut
dude.
you off?
That is it. No, that is the whole thing.
Dog, what the fuck? If you're watching this right now, if you're watching this when this comes out, I need you to DM me. And I need some clarification because I have a couple of fucking questions. Okay? How? Was her family in on it? Is she a fucking CIA op? Did she go into witness protection? How did you find out?
I can't even fathom what it takes to not just be like, hey, let's break
The
down.
amount of planning. Were you a piece of shit? That's my question. What?
Here it is. Leslie's flipped it. This guy's dangerous.
I don't think you're dangerous.
That's-
I just feel like I don't have all of the information needed.
I think it's still pretty crazy.
That's still outrageous. I'm not saying she's on a fucking nut job. Or he. I don't know. Did he say girl? I don't judge. I don't know what the fuck y'all got
This
going
one's
on.
pretty crazy too. I dated somebody long distance. She started to tell me that she had cancer, fully claimed it, and even shaved her head. She lied.
What the fuck is wrong? Y'all, where are y'all finding these people?
Oh, dude.
Shaving your head is a commitment to the bit like I've never... I don't know, maybe faking your death is as close to commitment to the bit. But shaving your head... Not to bring the vibes down, but my sister has cancer. That's so fucked up.
Fucking crazy.
She's not having a good time.
Are we sure? No,
I've seen the scans. She has cancer. I was there.
This one's
Shit
pretty
is
wild.
so
This one's
messed
pretty
up.
wild. I was in a relationship for almost 2 years, and he eventually started calling me stinky and even sprayed me with Febreze at certain points. Mind you, I showered every day. That's Leslie's worst nightmare.
That is my worst fear. Okay, that is the worst. I grew up with parents that smoked, like when I was younger, and I was so afraid I smelled like cigarette smoke. If somebody told me I was stinky,
Sprayed you with Febreze?
even as a joke, that's so fucking mean. I hope she said X, right? I hope that's an X.
Yeah,
God,
it's
thank
X.
God, you deserve better, queen. You hygienic goddess. That's so fucked.
This one's pretty crazy. My ex-fiance moved into a townhouse directly behind me and had to watch his new girlfriend play with my dog.
Oh, fuck you. What a piece of shit. Why? You know what? All the places in the
Petty.
whole city, in the whole goddamn city, you can go and you chose to move behind me. That sounds like fan behavior, babes.
Pettiness, dude.
That's ultimate petty. I don't know that I've ever been that petty about anything in my entire life.
It was pretty wild.
You play with my fucking dog? My dog? Fucking bitch. That is so rude. That is so mean.
This one's kind of funny. This is a short one. My ex sent me an exploding box of dick confetti cannon after we broke up.
As you should. As you should, queen. Or king. I don't know.
Oh, that one's pretty good.
Whatever they did, I'm on your side. Truly. Because that's iconic behavior.
All right. We got a couple long ones here. Okay. So we're gonna read these longer ones. These ones get a little more wild, to say the least. Okay.
I'm ready.
All right. So this one's a long one. Bear with me. In my senior year of high school, I was 18. I had a friend. We'll call her Brittany. She wore hearing aids. I spent the night at Brittany's house regularly, and her stepdad, we'll call him Craig. And I used to flirt while we played games as a family. One night, Brittany had gone to bed, which she takes her hearing aids out to do. After her mom left for work in the morning, Craig came upstairs and tried to wake me up and come downstairs with him. I brushed him off and went back to sleep. Fast forward 2 years, I've graduated. Brittany and I have grown apart, and her mom and stepdad have divorced. Craig slid into my DMs and asked me out on a date. I agreed. I was 20, he was 41, and it was great. When Brittany's mom found out I was dating Craig, she would come to his apartment building the nights that I was there and pound on the door for hours. Terrifying. I eventually broke things off with him. A few years later, he's remarried and yet again in my DMs, saying he would leave his wife. He wouldn't leave his wife to be alone, but he would leave her for something amazing like me. His wife looks like an off-brand version of myself.
Okay. Okay. What?
That's a victim.
You're a victim, babes.
Yeah.
That man groomed you.
Yeah, horrible.
I don't care if you were 18 or not. A high school student and a grown fucking man in his 40s is foul. And I hope you got therapy. Like, for the grooming that happened to you. That's... Did your phone just talk?
Yeah.
Oh. What? I cannot fathom that. And then, honestly, okay, listen, I know that y'all submit these in, but I'm here to be honest. Why the fuck would you date him, though? I guess if you're groomed, it's not your fault, right? Like, that's, like, part of the psychology behind it, because that's so fucked on so many levels. And then for him to have the audacity to message you after being married again and be like, you know what? I got this one over here, but if you gave me one shot, I'd end it all. What? Also, on a secondary note, if I was that ex-wife, I might also beat the fuck down on your door, ho. I'm not even gonna lie to you right now. You're trying to tell me and my ex-husband get divorced, and then he starts dating somebody my daughter's age? No. Prison. I'm serving time in federal fucking prison. San Quentin, bitch. That's where I'm going. I think that's a men's prison. I don't think I can go there. I don't know. But you get the drift.
Leslie took that one very personally.
I don't like that.
Alrighty then.
I don't like that shit. I don't like that. That whole thing is skeevy to me. Because you would flirt with him at the table? He would flirt with you at the table? With a friend there? And then you took the hearing.
There.
That's what I'm saying.
Family.
That's so bold. That's so bold. And then you said the friend took her hearing aids out. And I'm like, were y'all fucking in? Like, obviously you explained, but for a minute I was like, were they just like
taking the hearing aids? He came up there
and was trying to fuck Keisha.
Man
that
was bold.
Is
Man
crazy.
was bold.
And foul. Prison time for you.
All right, here we go. We got another one. This one's a little longer as well. Okay. All right, guys, we got one more. Okay, this is our last one. It's a little longer. Let's get into it. Knew each other for... Let's restart from there. Okay. All right, guys, we got one more. It's our last one. Here, let's get into it. We knew each other as friends for about 8 years. We were dating for the last 2 years of that. She was getting prepared for a Mormon mission, and I was fine with waiting for her, and when we got back, we were going to get married when she came home. Things started becoming a little distant last month, but she didn't say anything was up or that she'd lost feelings. We also had gotten each other promise rings like a month before this. A little while later, she called me on the phone and said that we can no longer see each other. 3 days later, she had a ring on her finger and was engaged to another guy.
Oh, no. Oh, that's foul.
She blocked me without any notice. I was very confused. And she tried to call me like 3 days later, and I didn't answer.
So what was the timeline? So she's going on the mission trip for how long?
For 2 years.
For 2 full years. And how long into that?
And so, like, I don't know. He didn't say how long.
He didn't say how long into it.
But
Okay, I'm going to try to miss that.
he gets into it. All right, things have been distanced for a month that they're doing this, right?
Okay.
They get promise rings to each other.
Oh!
1 month after they give promise rings to each other, she's engaged to another guy. Having spoke to him 3 days before she
having
got
a
the
ring on your finger from another man?
Trifling.
Trifling is fuck, dude.
I don't
That
know.
means, you know what that means? Because I know the Mormons are like very heavy into like no sex before marriage. That means she met that boy on that mission trip and they wanted to fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Under the eyes of the Lord.
100%.
That is so
100%.
fucked up. Here's I wonder, is like, he doesn't explain, but like, are you Mormon? I don't know if you could answer that. If not, it's okay. Like, what's the situation? Was he like also a Mormon? I wonder.
Dude,
like,
I can't fathom like being in a relationship with somebody and like honestly thinking like, hey, maybe things aren't working out that well. And like the worst case scenario in your brain is obviously I get dumped.
Yes, of course.
I couldn't fathom the worst case scenario being like, no, she immediately gets married to somebody else.
That's so
like,
no, because that means
bam.
it was going on the entire time.
It had to have been. She
like even
was a
beforehand,
trifling hoe, dude.
even beforehand, or maybe they meet him because I don't know how that works. I don't know how the mission things work. I'm not fucking Mormon.
I don't know. Maybe they tried soaking once and realized we got to get on with it. You know what I mean? They just said no.
On the
Let's
mission.
get married.
Well, but you also see that a lot in like the Mormon culture, from what I've understand. I'm not
like
trying to
quick
like pass.
marriages?
It's very, very quick marriages, like very young, because they want to be able to fornicate.
Get that thing
It's
going.
not it's not fornication, I guess, if you're married. I think that's kind of the whole bit.
They
But like
they want to
bang one out.
multiply and be fruitful.
That's what the Lord said. Who am I to judge?
So. Well, that's it for
That's
us tonight,
crazy.
guys. We
That's
honestly really appreciate you guys sticking around. Like, subscribe if you're still here.
Subscribe to the Patreon if you feel like it.
Absolutely. I think you'll really enjoy some of the content we've got planned, okay? And if you're already there, just know there will be more coming. We're doing the best we can.
I promise, guys.
Give
it's a
us some
learning curve.
ideas of things you might want to see.
Please, I'm begging you. Love y'all. Bye.